Hey guys, today I want to talk about how procrastination is causing a lot of your anxiety. So I think there are two major reasons for this. Number one, well, let me back up a little bit. First, it's estimated that the average human makes about 35,000 decisions every single day. 35,000. That's a lot. It's overwhelming when you think about that. But we most of the time, it's just automatic. Like we're just making the tiniest little decisions about if we're gonna pick our hands up or not. Like we don't even think about so many of them. But what happens when you procrastinate? So say you have a decision that needs to be made or could be made today, and that's one of your 35,000 decisions. Well, let's say you put it off because you're like, I really don't have to decide for another week. So let's say 7 days. So now what you've done is you've taken something that could have been decided today and you've carried it over into the next 7 days, which is adding to the already 35,000 decisions that you already had for those days. So it's like a snowball effect of adding more decisions to your future days that you already have packed with decisions. And then when you make a decision, so you've probably noticed this, like maybe when you're deciding to buy something and it's not like a $5 coffee, maybe it's something that's a little bit more pricey that you're really not sure of, like, do I need it or not? And maybe you sit on it for a while. But the reality is, once you make the decision to either buy it or not buy it, it could be the decision to not do the thing or buy the thing or whatever. You get so much clarity out of making the decision. Like when we are in a state of, I say procrastination, but like indecisiveness is what it really is. It creates this fog. It's like, should I or should I not? And you kind of just go back and forth, even if you're not consciously aware of it. Like even if you put it off and you're like, oh yeah, I'm not worried about that thing. Like still somewhere in the back of your head, there's a decision that hasn't been made and it's weighing on you. Even if you don't really recognize it, it is weighing on you. And then the second big reason why procrastination is causing anxiety is because the longer it takes you to decide something, the more time that your inner critic has to come in and take over. So I'm not going to go too deep into this, but I probably will cover this later in more depth. But there's something called the 5-second rule. And a lot of really successful people use this principle, and it's whenever they think of something, like something comes up in your mind to do. It might just be something as simple as letting the dog out or, doing the dishes or, oh, I want to go for a run. I feel like I should go for a run right now. And then as soon as that first thought comes in your mind of something you want to do, you count down from 5 to 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, as slow as you want, whatever. But when you get to 1, you do it. No matter what, you just do it. Because when you count from 5 to 1, there's a stopping point. Like you don't want to go 1 to 5 because then you could just go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But when you go to 1, that's it. It's done, you go. But if you wait and you don't get up and do the thing that you said you wanted to do, your inner critic is going to have a field day. It's going to take over and say, yeah, but you don't really have the energy right now, or that can wait till tomorrow, or you don't really feel like doing that anyway, or you'd rather be doing this, or maybe someone else can just handle that, or maybe you just don't have to worry about that. It will just go away. All of these things start coming up and they stop us from making a decision. So statistically, the longer it takes you to do the thing that after the initial thought that you want to do something, the more time it takes for you to do it, the greater the chance that you will never get it done. That's statistically proven. I love psychology. I learn all these things. So that's it. If you want to learn more about procrastination and anxiety and all the things that I love to talk about, then send me a message. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.